Iya, and for today's video, I'll be sharing my updated everyday makeup tutorial for beginners. And of course, since it's a beginner makeup tutorial, I'll be using affordable local makeup. Before anything else, I like to moisturize my lips with a lip oil. I have very dry and chapped lips, so this is just clear. It's the Happy Skin Lip Treatment Oil. It's very thick, like you can really feel your lips being moisturized. This is optional, you know. If your lips is not crusty like mine, skip this part. Now for the next step, this one you cannot skip. This is very important. Wear sunscreen. One of my favorites, the BLK Cosmetics Daydream Airy Sunscreen. This is just sheer, no tint. It has SPF 50, PA+++, and it's UVA, UVB. So technically this is also like the two-finger rule. I just directly put it on my face. So just one line each on the sides of my face. See how that easily blended out. And true to its name, it's an airy sunscreen, like you don't feel it on your face. It's very lightweight. Now for brows, of course, we're gonna use products that are very beginner friendly. And for filling in my brows, I love this Issy. This is the Brow Pencil Trio. I'm in the shade Ash Brown. So what I like to use to faster fill in my brows is the bigger one. But sometimes when you want a more precise filling in for your brows, there's also another option. So this is why it's perfect for beginners, because you have options and it already comes with a brush. Para faster, I'm just gonna use the bigger pencil. If you don't know how to do your brows yet, I suggest you just follow the natural shape of your brows. At this point, you don't wanna shape your own brows because you don't know how that works yet. Follow the strands of the brow hair. Fill it in lightly. I always wanna start here at the middle and then working my way towards the end. A little bit on the front, like literally a little bit, because you don't want a square looking brows. So now you just wanna blend it all. Again, in the middle first, then the back one, and then super focus on blending at the front, because this is the part where it's very crucial. You don't want your brows to look like it's fake. You want a natural looking brows, so blending is really key. And that's the difference without. Do the same for the other side. There we go. Now that our brows are filled, we can move on with the brow gel. So if your brows is naturally thick, like you don't need eyebrow pencil. Unfortunately for me, I have thin eyebrows. That's why I have to use eyebrow pencil. You can just go directly move on with a brow gel. So this one is the Get Ready With Me Brow Lift Pro. I love to use the grooming side and not the laminating one, since I am a natural brow type of girly. I don't usually laminate my brows. So this is really perfect. It's so easy to use. Just brush it upwards and then shape it to your liking. I like mine upwards but still a little bit angled, just like that. This just makes everything look put together. Now we can proceed with the skin tint or the face base. I can give you a lot of options. I have here my #1 skin tints, the Issy Active Skin Tint and the Maybelline Fit Me Fresh Tint. But for sure, at this point, you already know these products are good. So let me introduce to you with the latest skin tint out there in the local market. This is the Happy Skin Stay Fresh Blurring Skin Tint. I've been using it for quite a while now and it's really nice on my skin. This one is a semi-matte blurring type of skin tint, so it's perfect for almost all skin types. And also the coverage of this skin tint is light to medium, so it's also buildable. But I like to use my fingers to apply that and then blend with a brush. To blend it out, I'm also using the Happy Skin X Marge brush. This is the foundation brush. Now, if you're gonna ask me about my experience with this foundation brush, I honestly just like this for a skin tint. Like, for example, today, I don't like using it on foundations because it's very soft to the point that it takes a longer time to just blend out a full coverage foundation. But for skin tints, it's pretty much okay. And I also heard other people's experience streaks with this foundation brush. So this is how it looks like all over my face. I just have to say, I just recently went to the beach so that my skin is a little bit more tan. That's why it's looking a little bit lighter. But still, I am loving that finish. So to bring back the warmth on our face, of course, we're gonna use a bronzer. And this is one of the cult favorites in the local market, of course, the Strokes Face Cult. I got the shade Cinnamon. This is actually fairly new to me. Like, I just recently got it, although I've been hearing a lot of good reviews about this face sculpt, and I have to say it really is so good. Creamy, almost I could compare it with my Rare Beauty bronzer sticks. So I like to put it here for a more chiseled cheekbones, and then of course on my jawline to prevent that kind of double chin shadows. Here on my temples to create a lifted look, and then on my forehead, of course, and then two lines on my nose to kind of bronze it up. Real Techniques contour brush, and just look at how it blended out. It's quite pigmented, so you really need to work your way towards blending it out. I personally love my everyday makeup to have bronzers. It just really makes the biggest difference. But if you're not the type to bronze up your face, like, you can skip this part. You can go ahead and move on with blush. But trust me when I say it just hits different with the bronzer. For the nose, I like to use an eyeshadow brush. I drag it all the way to my eyelids for a more defined look on the eye. Do you see that shadow we created? It's so seamless, and it's gonna be more seamless if we put on the concealer after bronzing. This one is actually the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. I know you're gonna ask in the comment section, what brush are we using? And then now we are gonna move on with the concealer. This is the Active Concealer from Izzy. I'm in the shade MW2. One of my top favorite local concealers. You don't need a lot since you already have a skin tint, so just places you want to add more coverage. And then this one, also not a necessity, especially for a natural makeup look. But this minimal thing that you will add at this part of your face just somehow creates more definition. So let's blend this out first before I do the other side. This side, so that you can see the difference. Happy Skin X Marge Concealer Brush. Now this has to be my favorite out of the collection. It's just so easy to blend my concealer. I mean, look at that. So fast. Now this is a concealer, I would say it's a light to medium buildable coverage type of concealer. Also why it's perfect for an everyday makeup. See that? It just defined it more. I don't know about you, but I like my natural everyday makeup to look clean. And this is just my definition of making it clean. Like fixing the edges with concealer so that the bronzer looks much better. So this is the difference on the side of my face with the concealer, and this is without. Look at how it just looks not blended out properly, even if I really did my best to blend out the bronzer. And then for my under eyes, that's the difference we are working with. Before we move on with the powder to set our face base, we are gonna put on a cream blush first. I am obsessed with this Pillow Pop cream blush from Ever Belena. I have all the shades. I've been using them ever since, and look at that. It's just so good. It's a cream first, but when it sets, it becomes a powder finish. So it's way more long lasting compared to other blushes. I like to use on my fingers when I just use this product. And then of course on the nose for a more fresh look. Now what I like to do also with blushes like this is a monochromatic look. It just makes everything fresh, even for a natural everyday makeup. So I just use the same product and put some on my eyelids, and it instantly brightens up the face. So this is the side with, and this is without. So this is the face with the blush and also a little bit on her eyelids. And then now we want the set with a powder. This is fairly new also. This is the Choo Choo Beauty Yummy Yum Skin Loose Powder. I have the shade Almond, and just like set parts where you put the concealer so that we can prevent creasing. This feels so smooth on the skin. It also has a heart-shaped puff, which just makes it easy to reach hard to reach areas. Just look at how cute it is. Okay, now that our face is set, we can move on with a setting spray. Yes, a setting spray so that our makeup, our natural everyday makeup will last long the whole day. That's what you want. You don't want the hulas makeup at the end of the day, right? So this is the Get Ready With Me setting spray or fixing spray. This is in the radiant finish. I honestly am in love with the matte finish. That's my number one. It's just that I'm out of it and I haven't bought a matte one. And since it's already matte because of the powder, let's add some glow to it. Let's use this one, maybe like 2-3 sprays, and add more if needed. I feel like I need more. There we go. The mist is also very fine, which I love. Let it sink into your skin. So that's what you want. You want everything melting beautifully. It's blending out so good and so seamless, and that's what we want. I'm just curling my lashes to prep it for mascara. This is my current favorite local mascara. This is the Super Mega Extra Drama from Vice Cosmetics. It's the purple one. There's a pink one, but it's just that the purple one is more dramatic. It's waterproof, so it's better on my lashes. Your makeup is so simple. You need something that stands out. Like, your lashes should be popping. They have to see the effort on the makeup that you put on. And the only way is if they see those lashes. It's so nice, right? Like, that's just one coat. It's so funny how other people think that an everyday natural makeup is so simple to the point that you only need 3 products. Honestly, it takes so much time as well and a little bit of effort. In my case, this is my version of an everyday natural makeup. You want them thinking that this is just me, effortless. This is just my skin. But honestly, you took a lot of effort in it. Which is, you know, reality, and times have changed. Before, I know the trend was just a baby powder, lip tint, you're good to go. Now there is so many options for good local affordable makeup, and I'm just so happy the local beauty community is thriving. And finally, for the lips, I'm gonna be using the Get Ready With Me Cosmetics Tinted Lip Glaze. This is a glossy lip stain. I'm gonna use the shade 24/7. This one is the perfect lip product for an everyday look. It leaves a stain so you don't have to worry for retouches. And glossy, that one is kind of full on, so you want to blot it out to make it look more natural. I'm not gonna use a highlighter anymore because the Radiant Fixing Spray is really radiant and it somehow gave me a glow already. And if I put a highlighter, everything is just gonna look full glam.